Good Tuesday morning, everyone. This is Living Pain. Hope you're having a great morning. Mine has not started out any much better than yesterday. Woke up in my funk, which I'll get to. Before I do, let's just go through the stats. So I woke up today a little bit heavier than normal, 214, which is 23 pounds down. I knew it was not going to be a normal day. As I mentioned before, when I have these blowout weekends, typically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to recover, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday to kind of get back where the weight starts stabilizing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it starts going down. So the same thing happened last week. Actually, it happened the exact same thing. It's happened week after week after week. I know my body is retaining water big time. I only went to the washroom once last night, where sometimes it's 4 or 5 times per night. And before I went to bed, I weighed myself at 216, and they had my body fat percentage at 23. So normally, like this morning, it's at 27.2. And yesterday I weighed lighter, but my body fat percentage was higher. It was 27.9. When I see the scale, I've got this body composition scale. When I see the scale have wild swings where it's showing that my water content's high and my body fat is low, my muscles up, even the scale's discombobulated. It doesn't even know what's happening. And sometimes that'll happen if I come back from a run or a bike ride. It really messes up with the scale. If the scale's not stable yet, I know the body's not stable. There's something that's just not there. So hopefully tomorrow will be the day where it starts stabilizing. When I started, I said I'm still in a funk. I am totally in a funk. Yesterday was the least productive day that I've had work-wise in forever. I can't even remember the last time. It was just, I'm not even sure what it is. I've got different theories, of course, and maybe in a certain degree, the fact that my calf is tight, even though it's from the run, there's always that mental, and I've said it before in years past, mentally, if I was feeling really stressed, I'd get a bad back, or I'd get a cold sore. And actually, now that I think about it, on Saturday morning, I felt the cold sore coming on. And it turned out that I was able to overcome it and things like that. So maybe there is some stress there. For sure there's stress. Yesterday I was in a funk. This morning, no different. I woke up and I did not want to get out and do anything. It was the first time where I'm just like, I don't want to exercise. I don't want to do any of that stuff. And it's surprising because I tried to self-hypnotize myself, work-wise anyway. What I mean by that is when I'm big onto visualization. If I can visualize it, I can turn it into what I want it to be. So for example, there's an account I'm working on at work which is just gonna kill me. I want to get this done so bad so that I never have to deal with this challenge again. And so I visualized what I'm going to do on that account today, and it's the visualization between where you're asleep and you're awake, and there's this little in-between ground. So I'll close, well, my eyes were closed. I continue to have my eyes closed, and I just visualize what I've got to do today and what I've got to do today on that account. And I find that by doing that, then I realize what I need to do, and I wake up and I do it, and I will do it. I am gonna muscle through it. I know what I need to do. Training wise, I woke up this morning not wanting to train at all, and then I did notice one thing: my calf is feeling a lot better. The knot isn't there. So I grabbed the stick that I have to roll my calf, and sure enough, I'm not jumping out of my skin. So it's tender still, but I don't have that knot. And that's important because if I went for a run and my calf cramps, as I've mentioned before, I've had this happen so many times, it can take 4 to 6 weeks until I can run again. Cramps on the calves are really, really severe. This morning, it felt not bad. It felt tender, but it didn't feel like I was jumping out of my skin. So now I had the option, do I do a bike ride or do I do a run? I go back to my visualization. And I'm looking the bike ride, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. The strange part is you just feel like it's early morning. I didn't want to wear my fluorescent because I want to get more tan on my arms. I know it's a little vain. And then I thought, people are going to work. You can get hit by a car. They have certain things. And I also thought about the run, and I go, I can't go more than 3 days without running, or I start or any exercise. So for example, and I've said this before, if you're running, for example, last run I did was Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So this is the third day. As long as I run on Tuesday, I'm not going to lose any fitness. I'm not going to gain anything, but I'm not going to lose anything. If I don't run until tomorrow, Wednesday, now I've already started to deteriorate. And that works with everything. It could be weightlifting, it could be biking, it could be running. That's why I wanted to get out today. That was a deciding factor. Get out and try it. To go for a run so I don't lose this fitness that I have on the run. I'm risking it for sure. If I went for a bike ride and I ran tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be fine. I like living on the edge. I'm living on the edge, absolutely. And we'll see if I have to walk. And then I visualize that I'm going to run through the park and I'm going to take it easy and just have a nice jog and listen to my podcast, Bill Burr. With all that said, I know it sounds that I'm positive and feeling pretty good. Surprisingly, I am. Actually, talking has made it a little bit better for sure, because I did not want to do anything today. And normally, I don't feel like this in the summer. In the winter, you get the winter blues, usually October, November. Not in the summer. I haven't had that in the summer. The plan today, get out and do my run, start the day off right, and then finish strong with work and with this customer. And I have to use my secret saying, if you go through the motions, you will succeed. And that applies to exercise. Even if you don't want to do it, you go through the motions, you will succeed. It has to do with diet. Don't overeat, don't eat junk food. If you go through the motions, you will succeed. And it works with career, work. Go through the motions, you will succeed. Muscle, muscle, muscle through. I'm off to do my run after my coffee. And maybe a little bit of Facebook time. Over and out. Got the run done. I ended up doing 8.73 kilometers. It was about an hour and 2 minutes, averaged a 7:09 pace. And it was slow, yes. Good news was my calf was fine. It didn't seize up. That was the goal. And It felt great to get out there. It's a nice warm day, as you can tell. Took the shirt off. As I mentioned, I want to get rid of these tan lines. I've got cycling tan lines, or in Manitoba we used to call them farmer tan. Everything was going great up until the last minute of the run. Then I got a phone call, and I'm in the recruiting business, and someone who is supposed to start can't start and declined, and it really sucks because you're work so hard and you're counting on that money. And yeah, so it's mixed blessing. The calf's good, and then I got a little bit of bad news. Onward and upward. Now I got to get to work and make that up, pay the bills. All right, some good news. Much better day today. Yesterday I was super unproductive, felt way, down, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, even this morning I didn't feel like training, did it anyway, and as the day went on, I realized, you know what, man, just seize the day here. Don't let it eat you up. In the past, you could go into a bit of a funk. Maybe you start overeating, maybe you start having beers, when, that leads to eating, staying up late, and it just becomes a vicious circle. And that didn't happen. I decided that's it. I am going to, I'm going to put the boots on and do the kicking, and everything that went wrong and the count that went today, the commissions, I just figured, screw it, I'll find a replacement, earn those commissions back. So let's go through some things. I took my bike into the bike shop today. I need to get a lot of work done. I think I mentioned the front sprocket, the back gear, the chain, the cables, everything. The bike needs pretty much a good overhaul, cleaning. It's in terrible shape. A typical triathlete bike. All I've done is sweat on it, Gatorade all over it, never clean it. It looks just a total mess. The bolts are rusted into like the stem. So when I took it to the bike store, and the bike store guys, who are just awesome guys, they look at it and they just go, oh man, this guy doesn't take care of his bike. This is crazy. They tried to convince me to buy a new bike. They actually almost got me there. I said, I love the geometry of this bike. I don't want to give it up. And they're like, well, we have one, the exact same model, brand new, and we can give it to you for $2,500. And then I'm like, well, $2,500, that's not bad. It's probably going to cost me $500-600 to fix this up. Good news is they didn't have my size, and in the end of the day, we both agreed, I'm not racing, I don't care. All I want is my legs to get a good workout. My legs don't know if I'm on a $10,000 bike or if I'm on a $100 bike. They still get the same workout. Now that my other bike, or my bike, is at the shop, I need to get another bike ready, and I have a backup bike, which is my Trek, and that is the Lance Armstrong Special. I bought it in 2002. It was a limited edition. I think they only made 1,000 of them. And it is the exact same bike that Lance Armstrong used, the model. I guess it was production model that the guys wrote. Awesome bike. I had to put my wheel on, and I had to put a wheel and a tube on, and my fingers are killing me. I had to do it twice. The first time I did it, I pinched the tube and had a flat, and the second time
it worked. I didn't use the tools. Either way, I worked up, as you can see here, just a massive sweat in the garage getting this stuff ready. So I now have the bike ready for tomorrow so I can go on a ride on it. Looking forward to it. This bike, I've done nothing to it. It's just a fine-tuned machine. I think I paid about $7,000 to $8,000 back in 2002 for this bike. Just went nuts on it. And yeah, looking forward to riding it and seeing how it goes tomorrow. It's good having a backup. Food-wise, I almost bought some cherry pie today. I decided not to. We went to Spring Ridge Farms, which is like a country store, and they had cherry pie and it looked so good. My motivation not getting it was, Brian, you want to get to 25-pound loss. And I'm like, yep, 25, 26. No cherry pie until at least you get there. Even though you were on the cherry pie diet and you've been losing weight, I don't want to risk it. However, I did go to Farm Boy. I did get popcorn. Alice didn't get me popcorn this time. I'm the one that did it. And then when I was there, they have 3 other flavors. This jalapeno cheddar, butter flavored, and then the regular one. And the flavored ones are only an extra 10 calories per cup. I tried them. My favorite jalapeno cheddar is my new favorite. So I had some of those. Let's just jump in exactly to what I ate today. So for breakfast, I had some French toast, 2 pieces of bacon. For lunch, I had a chef salad. For dinner, I had chicken Kiev, half a potato and cottage cheese. And then for snacking, as I mentioned, I had some popcorn, the 3 different flavors of Farm Boy popcorn, plus I had 3 popsicles for a total of 2,000 calories. And I definitely burnt off more calories putting on. It took me 40 minutes to put that tire on back and forth. That's all I have to report. Over and out. Living pain. See you tomorrow. Have a good one.